This video is going to be a whole week that the 4 kids and I got to spend caring for the family farm I grew up on. My heart is on the farm. My husband and I would love to have property and land someday. And right now, while we are living in town on our 1/4 acre, we love our cozy little home. But someday it would be really fun to have our own space and our own land for the kids to run around on. But for right now, I just am able to content myself by spending time at my childhood farm and watching my kids run around on the 3rd generation place that I used to run around and enjoy as a child. So this week was really exciting for me. My parents were heading out of town, and I got the chance to really just feel like I got to be on my farm for a while. We got over there first thing in the morning every morning, and I did pack up our schoolwork, so we got to take some of that with us. And every morning we like to start by having some reading time and getting some of our devotions and other things done together. So we had a lot of fun cozying up by the fire. It was a pretty chilly week. So we had a lot of fun cozying up by the fire and doing some reading together before we went outside and took care of all the animals. And I've gotten questions here and there about when I'm doing animal chores or doing anything really that requires both my hands, how I manage all of my kids and getting a lot done. So this right here is one of the ways I do that. I love baby wearing. I've worn all of my kids either in a soft carrier on my front when they're tiny, and then I transition them to the back as they get a little bit bigger. My little guy at the door there is the only one that really didn't like being in a backpack, and he's now old enough that he just can walk around with us, even though he's still in his cast, which is going to come off very soon. So I can just get a baby on my back, and we're going to head out and check on all our favorite little critters, or big critters. My mom raises beef cattle, as well as we also have pigs, and I love the chance to help and share in that. We also raise chickens together, and we butcher and sell meat birds enough to just cover our own cost so that we have our chicken for the year. I think one of my favorite things about being out on land and having the responsibility of animals is seeing my kids build teamwork and spend time together, working hard. There is something about hard work and problem solving that just brings out the best in all of my kids' personalities, and it's really fun to see. And as you can see, my little guy there does not mind at all being out in the fresh air and seeing everything up high from the perspective of my back.
I'm starving. Oh, geez, hey!
Okay. Where's our food bucket at? Oh, I see him.
Biggie! Freddy! Hey, Freddy! That's my toe! Freddy, you stepped on me! What's that?
So often when I talk about my dream of having a farm and having my kids out on land and being able to raise more of our own food and our animals, the rebuttal I hear to that is, oh, you have no idea how hard that would be, or you have no idea how much time that would take. And something that's been steadily impressed on me the last maybe month or so is this concept that our world is so obsessed with not having enough time for anything. As if when God created the earth, he didn't think far enough ahead to give us just a little bit more time in 2025. As if he's blindsided by all that we have to accomplish. And something that I've been sitting in and thinking with lately is that God gave me exactly the amount of time that I need for each day to accomplish what he's given me to do. As we got ready for this week, so many things kept coming up that felt like they were going to get in the way of us enjoying time out at my parents' farm and doing all the things that I wanted to do and just the extra time I wanted to spend out there. And I felt so incredibly overwhelmed by the health things that came up and the extra jobs that kept piling up on my plate. And I just kept coming back to saying, God's not surprised by what I have to accomplish. He's not caught off guard by what I need to get done this week. And he put all of this on my plate and knew that I would have just the right amount of time to get it all done, to the extent that he asks me to get it done. He's not asking any more or less of me than what I'm capable of.
So cute.
They like it. They like their slop.
It's eating my shoes.
The pig's eating your shoes?
Yeah. Mom! Now watch. I'm heavier than this one.
It's like a teeter-totter.
Mom, I am too.
Okay. Pearl, you dump half of it into the one bucket and then Roy can dump the other half. There you go. Okay, Roy, you dump the other half in the other bucket.
It's not quite half. It's not quite.
There you go. Yeah.
Grandma said it's just because the other ones have been pecking at it. Why? I don't know. Mom, why? Do you know why?
Yes, because... Oh, there is an egg there. Here
Missed it.
you go.
Here.
What you got, little lady? What you got, little mama?
Oh, and it's freshly laid, Mama.
Nice. Come up here just to lay your egg.
Is there bad in there?
So what I've got going on here is I bought a 60-pound bag of wheat from a good friend of mine from our homeschool co-op, and it was unwashed, so I got a really, really good price on it. And I'm just washing a bunch of it up and drying it on a low setting in my oven so that I can put it through my grain mill and get some biscuits made for the following morning. I love freshly milled whole wheat biscuits, and the kids do as well. So this was going to be a nice little treat for us to have the following morning when we got out to my parents' farm. And it's always really fun for me to have a product like this wheat that my friend's husband grew, because it just makes our food feel that much more personal and that much more delicious, knowing the amount of effort that went into it from the very beginning to the very end. And it really didn't take me a whole lot of extra time to just wash and dry this wheat. So I'm just going to get some biscuits put together here, and buttermilk biscuits. The biscuit dough sits in the refrigerator overnight really nicely, so I can just pull it out in the morning and cut it up, and we'll have a delicious hot breakfast. So here we are heading the 20-minute drive over to my parents'. It was a beautiful, foggy morning. It was pretty chilly, but it was so lovely with the gray and the fog. It really felt quite picturesque to walk around the farm in all of the fog, and the kids thought it was pretty fun. So we hurried and got chores done and all the animals fed with water before we went inside to bake our biscuits and start school.
Perfect. You close it up for me?
Can you close it up for us?
Thanks, buddy.
Make sure you do the little chain latch.
Good job. Lift.
Mom.
Good job. It's clicking. You only push that top button. Here it comes. Did you push it back off when you were messing with buttons? Oh, there it is.
Oh no, it just turned off on its own.
Cozy. Now you can warm up your hands while I make biscuits, okay? Nothing cozier than being at Grandma's house. Toast those fingers up, okay?
I guess they certainly don't look like much to write home about, but man, they are actually quite good. We had just made this blackberry jelly, actually, I think in the last video that I put up. So they were devoured, that whole plate. Actually, the whole pan of them was eaten between snacks and breakfast. We had them with some sausage on the side and tea, and everybody had warm, full bellies. We did some schoolwork, and then we got to go outside and enjoy some sunshine before naps. My dad just put in this big zip line as a Christmas present to all the grandkids, and especially the little guy that's up there right now with his poor broken little leg. Has a lot of fun going for rides. I think it's the fastest he moves, and he thinks that's pretty great. So this has been a lot of fun and a great source of entertainment.
You guys are like ants on a log. Going for a ride, Charlie?
Well, if you've made it this far into my video, I just want to say thank you for joining us in our little adventures as I just share about the bits and pieces of our lives that we hope for and look for, and the bits and pieces that we enjoy. It might not be fancy, it's certainly not impressing anybody, but it is fantastic to have anybody that wants to join us follow along. I hope you're encouraged to take hold of the time that you have and make it count for you. Blessings from all of us to you.